Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Tackle made back at the 17-yard line.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now a give right side. Hines. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on 3rd down. Love. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Watch the mic. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Oh, they'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now it's Wilson. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Now it's Carson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Darius Leonard on the tackle. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Colts 43-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score,
We got 4.
Seahawks 7.
We got 4.
Colts nothing.
Check 53, Mike. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They run with Hines. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Locke. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're going to go. It's Locke. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Locke. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Locke on the sneak. Now a hit and Locke lost the football. It's out, and the Seahawks have recovered. On those sneaks, Charles, so many arms, bodies in there. Tough to protect it. You see it there.
And you and I both know that behind closed doors, coaches just call that careless. You know you're going into a mass of bodies, and they're going to be reaching for the football, and you're taught just to get low, protect the ball, and just drive forward and get what little yardage you need. In this case, let the ball get away from his body. It got knocked free.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, it's Carson looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
On 1st down, Carson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Mike 58, right there. One left. Hey. Let's go.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. That's caught by Penny. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Wilson rolling to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Myers' kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Man, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me on a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Check out. 240. Hey, tight.
On third down, it's Hines. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the second time. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They go play action with Wilson. Throw left side complete. It's Hodges. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. This is Carson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
And the Seahawks, first down.
14.
First and 10.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And his throw is incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
We're pretty quiet. Hey, look. 53's the mic. 53. Check 53. Quit talking about it.
To throw again. Wilson. They'll find Metcalf. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. first down, Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Now Wilson, forced out to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Quincy Wilson with the INT. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
11.
On first and 10, Love. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Brings up second and 10.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I'm coming.
The final shot before the break. Luck. Looking deep for Hilton. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Here's Love. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of the gun, Luck. And that is incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now it's Lockett. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Check. Check. 53's Mike. It's our field.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
You might be getting tired of seeing me.
Play action. It's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
I'm on. Down the tight. Gun. 4 down. Check. 4 down. Gun. 58's the Mike.
Third and 2, now Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And the lead now increases to 20-0. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A shotgun snap for Love. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away, and it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Hines. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Love. Ebron caught left side. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Flying 90. 53 is the mic. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On third down, Wilson. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. So first and 10 now from the 30.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure it out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted. Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up fourth.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time.
They run again with Hines, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
And it's third down.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Here's Lott. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Returnable for Lockett. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Right there. He's tired of you. He's tired of us.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth and final quarter.
380. I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you to school. One left. Alert. 58's the mic.
Second and 5 now. Wilson. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. Maybe starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team, because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
A loss of 2 there, second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Quiet, 90. You're not ready. Good guys, 4 down, 4 down. Touch 50, touch 50.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hodges. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They're looking at third and a few inches.
Alert, 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 alert. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Move the team. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Hey, 0, 0, 0.
They run it with Carson, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
From the 21, it's second and 10. Luck now to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Colts first down.
Luck now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Luck. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal.
54. Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Crawl. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Hey, watch the slant. Hey, Alpha. 54. Mike 54. Hey, they're scared.
Block throwing again. And he's got his tight end. That's Ebron, and it's a Colt touchdown. Eric Ebron, his second touchdown on the season. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up and good, and it makes it 27-7 now. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
On first down, Carson. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play there for Indy. 67 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the gun, here's Lott. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold him there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Zuerlein good with a PAT, and that will get them one closer. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. The Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. The extra point now coming from Myers. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. To throw is Locke. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Luck. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Luck's pass caught by Funchess. Gets through and now an opening. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Right there. 54, right there. Hey, my 7.
Throwing again is Locke. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game film from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. It would have been a 1st down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
All right, T, let's turn. All right, T.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
A 1 yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd and 10.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this.